Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all are doing well. I hope a good love is floating through the air right now for all of you. Virgo, we're going to start with you. I'm going to say this real quick. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. This is going to be a Valentine's Day love special for you guys, as seen in the title. I wanted to run the whole reading for all the signs in one, and it was just taking too long, and I didn't want to spend all day uploading these, so I wanted to get these out to you today because it is Valentine's Day. So, as some of you know, if you've been around for a while, I'm not a love reader, simply because I think the focus needs to be on you and what you've got going on. So when you're doing well, everything flows accordingly, including love. So and if it comes up, great, we'll address it. If it doesn't, then I don't. So there it is. But Virgo, I'm going to run this from Virgo to Sag, go through, so Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, and then there'll be a part 3 for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if you've got those placements, you can check out those videos as well. Timestamps will be in the description or in the comment section too, and so we're just going to get started, Virgo. We're going to jump into your love reading for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are doing well. And a quick thank you to all of those who have liked, shared, subscribed, commented. This is a little different for me just because it's not my normal thing. So I'm a little cattywampus with this, so just bear with me. Kind of stepping out of my fixed sign energy comfort zone there. So, all right, Virgo, let's see. Get some love cards on the table for you guys and see what's happening. I'm going to do singles as well as couples. My brain. All right, so Virgo, 150. My pen will ring. 153. All right, Virgo. Let's see. Singles for Virgo for this Valentine's Day and moving forward. What is going on with religious factors and chemistry tried to jump out, which I started to see that through Cancer and Leo's readings. So you guys tend to kind of overlap each other in energy. Separation. Let's see, Virgo. What's going on for single Virgos right now, Spirit? Spirit said there's not too many of them that are. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Reconciliation. I'm going to say this, and this might sound a little crass, you know. If you're on again, off again, is there a chance that things could work? Sure. There's a bigger chance that they won't. That's just the reality of the situation here for you singles. You've got to let go of anything from the past in order to heal and move on from the future. It's like, I feel like you're pushing things down below the surface that says, you know, I don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to address it. Can't we just make this right? And for those of you who are truly trying to move on and move forward, make sure that you're addressing those wounds of the past. Because when you don't, they're going to come back up in the next relationship. They're going to come back up in the next situation that you're in. And you're going to start a whole new cycle. Same person, you know, same person, different face. So, you know, I feel like there's a need to reconcile yourself to the past more than it's a reconciliation. All right. And for those of you in partnership, I'm going to pull these cards and then I'll break it down to just the singles and the partners. Codependency, guys. Religious factors. Your love life is in... I can't talk today. Just heads up. I don't know what my problem is. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. And then underlying that is the codependency card. And very soon, clearly decide what you want. Virgo, I've seen this in your general readings that I do all the time. Where it's like you guys try to push on and push forward in situations all the time. Whether the partnerships, love, family, it doesn't matter what it is. There is a certain way of doing things that you guys have really immersed yourselves in for a very long time that needs to be like cut loose, let loose. If you're in partnership, for some of you, you may do things very different, but I almost feel like in that partnership, you lean into each other, but you're also leaning into old conditions. old ways. And some days you're happy with doing things as they are, and other days you're not. There's that indecision. And it's like you could be a part of a partnership very much so, and then still feel bound or constricted. But it's like you rely on a person for something specifically that has to do with the internal you. Okay, so we're going to dive in and clarify, but there's the beginnings of this. All right, this forgiving and learning for the singles. Let's dive deeper. Spirit, for the single Virgos out there, 5 of Cups. Sorrow, it is. It's like you guys just want to move on from a situation, but it causes you great confusion. And Virgo, I feel like whether you're single or not, there is just this, whether you've leaned into this person or the past for comfort of the things that never worked out, it is a toxic way of being. And I hate to say that to you guys, but it creates confusion. And it's like, I don't even know sometimes if you're genuinely happy with where you are, but you keep doing it. You keep going back to it. You keep re-examining the difficult times. You may have regrets around situations. For some of you, you could have had a prior spouse or partner that has passed on, and it's like you've never healed from that. You just had to move on with life. You just moved on. You didn't address the emotions. You knew they were, you know they're there. They're still there. But you continue to just go, well, it's time to move on. It's time to move to the next thing. It's like you're very much in your earth energy and refusing to address the sorrow and the pain that came with these experiences in love. And whether this could have been a divorce, it doesn't have to be a passing. It could have been so many different things. And for each of you, it's going to be very different. But it's like, you can't, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell Taurus on the regular. One second. You can't skip steps in healing. They're always going to catch up with you. And that's kind of how I feel about this, Virgo, is you're trying to skip steps and not address like the positive things. Like instead of seeing your experience as the opportunity to learn and expand, it's going, well, this just didn't work out, so nothing else is going to work out. Ace of Swords coming out to clarify. There's a lot of focus on it's just wanting to feel good. It's wanting to celebrate something. But the celebration will never be truly founded at the heart space until you heal and forgive what's been done or what has happened. And even yourself, Spirit is saying yourself, learning to forgive yourself for things that didn't work out. It doesn't mean that you're doomed forever, right? You're not doomed. There's that 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups, moving away from that energy. It's like, I can look back at it. She's looking back at it, and it's like, yeah, it once was a thing, but now it's time to let go and, let go. And that's the thing, though. You're not letting go. You're still looking back at it with that 5 of Cups. Could have dealt with the Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. 3 of Wands. Again, it's like you distance yourself from the emotions of this, because it's like maybe in your mind, we can move on and we think that we have forgiven or we think we have learned our lesson, but if the pain still exists within, you haven't healed that. And again, it's going to be something that you carry forward in your new relationships. You're going to always keep somebody at a distance from you. There's always going to be this distance that is created. I keep getting this idea of distance with the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. I'm going to just put it in plain terms. Like, you could see it as the devil coming into your world, right? If you let somebody in. But then you continue to go back to that 9 of Pentacles with the devil, the 10 of Pentacles with the devil. You may be focused so much on the idea of what it's almost like painting a picture of somebody to be somebody they're not, because you can't imagine it without this person from the past or whatever this is. it's like you can't get away from that. You can't move away from that. This cycle is done. The World card. It's a completion that has happened, and Spirit is asking you to truly move on for that, and from that, and to dream about how wonderful it can be to forgive yourself, forgive that person, learning to let go, learning to forgive, learning about yourself in this situation, because it's like, I feel like both sides of this had some toxic energies. The toxic energy for you is not letting go. If you had someone that passed away, they could have struggled with health issues, addiction issues, even in a divorce, right? If you've been divorced or you've just separated from a long-term partnership or whatever, same kind of thing. Like there was always something about it that just would kind of erupt, is what Spirit is saying. So, you could be having dreams about the past situation and or person. When does Virgo move on here, Spirit? I hate to give that kind of news on now. Two of Swords. When you take the blindfold off. 11:11. You're protected. I do think that there is somebody who is trying to make their way in to you, Virgo. And this could be someone who has... someone you've spent a little bit of time with, not a lot. They could just be showing interest in you in general. I kind of feel like your guards are up, though. Could be another Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But Spirit is asking you to remove the blinders from a situation, to open yourself up to new possibilities, because, and it's like experiencing the fact that something's going to be a very different type of connection that can heal you, you know, and they're not going to do the work for you. This is you putting in the work, but allowing it to heal. You know, and it's like, you know, time and distance with that Temperance card is what I'm hearing. Time and distance with the, you know, the 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. It doesn't matter how far you go out. Like, yes, we need to distance ourselves, and we need time to kind of rack our brains around, and our hearts around what has transpired. But there is no time and distance. You have to do the healing work, and that's like the step that you're skipping. It's like, yes, I can put the time and distance in there, but is the healing work, am I doing the healing work in the meantime so I can genuinely move on? There's a lot around that. So singles, that needs to be in your, at least in your peripheral here, right? And then religious factors for the couples here, Spirit. What is this for Virgo couples? I feel like somebody is, Spirit is saying mastering self-control. There could have been a lot of disappointments in relationships, or even in, you know, the long-term partnership or whatever it is that you're in right now. I see, and I've watched this too, the Hermit. There you are. I feel like you guys tend to stay optimistic about the different situations, but I also feel like there's a little bit of butting heads when it comes to this partnership. There could be moments where you guys are the best of friends, and other moments where you want to rip each other's heads off. It's almost like a, I don't want to call it a love-hate dynamic, but it's like, I feel like you knew walking into this was going to be the dynamic for the majority of you. So it's tough in that way. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. It doesn't have to be. This damn 3 of Swords for Valentine's Day, I am not a fan. I've seen this card so many times in these few readings. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. I get this feeling there could be a partner here dealing with some health issues as well, and I think I've seen that for you guys before. This is past life soul contracts as well. The wisdom to know the difference. They're bringing up the serenity prayer. So there's that in your partnerships as well. There, I just shuffled the cards. You sat here and watched me. Look what came back out, the death card. Oh, Virgo. It's like you repeat this cycle of disappointment with someone. Again, somebody could have passed over, could be passing on. I hate to deliver that in today of all days, but I'm not going to lie to you either. You're trying to find a place to put your emotional balance, or trying to find emotional balance in whatever this is, and it's like, you know, it's like you, even if your partner is still here and you're still doing life together, it's like you start something, it turns into heartbreak. It may start off balanced and put together, then it turns into heartbreak again. And it's like you're constantly going back and reoffering something. Somebody here is constantly reoffering Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy to make these changes. But it's like it always cycles back around because you don't see things from the same playing field. That's a rough reading, Virgo. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie. It just tends to cycle back around, and it's just like, well, let's move forward. Same energy as like the singles. Like, just gonna move on, move forward. Let's keep going. So I don't know. Communication needs to happen. Separation is advice. Sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future, hiding our true feelings, pretending, deluding, gaslighting, and personifying. And I said, Virgo, in the Snake the Competition. God. This is why I don't like doing love reading. I hate telling people, like, bad news here, right? But it is what it is. If you're getting involved in a relationship or looking at somebody, same vibes, I think. Who was that? Was it Taurus? You can't make somebody be something they're not. For those of you in partnership, it does not have to be a third party in the sense of like a romantic connection, but you could feel like their time, energy, and attention is invested in everything but you, and you're constantly having to fight for their attention. They could leave home and be out, like, I don't want to say partying, but just going out and doing all these other things that leave you feeling like you're kind of alone, even though, you know, you can be alone and in a relationship, right? That's kind of how this feels to me, is like you're alone even though you're together. There's a lot of loneliness vibes between that Five of Cups and this Hermit, and then you've got the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands. Like there's a lot of aloneness that comes in to this energy, and it's like you guys tend to just cycle back into that, whether it's in your marriage or long-term partnership, your singlehood. You cycle back into that energy. What is this codependence? Two of Pentacles. And then, you know, here's the thing. That's a decision that has to be made, right? Which direction am I going? Which one is lighter? Which one is heavier? And it says right behind the codependency, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I don't think you know what you want, Virgo. I know that you want some love. You want to give a little bit, but you're not standing in the King of Cups. You're standing in the Knight of Cups. That's not a whole lot. It's like you keep going back in time somehow. And I feel like with this World card, like she's falling backwards rather than forward. I don't know why. Like I feel like she's going backwards. So, I don't know. You guys discern the messages accordingly, but cycles. I almost wanted to say Gemini, so could be dealing with the Gemini. You got a couple majors. The Death card says Scorpio, the Hermit, Virgo, Justice, which is Libra, sitting there, so you could be dealing with any of those signs, and it doesn't have to be, so, you know, but something significant could be happening around Libra season, Spirit just said, so be, you know, well, Virgo, Libra, you're back to back there, so, be mindful. All right, that wasn't my favorite message today. Libra, 1858. Libra. We're going to do singles and we're going to do couples. Okay. All right, Libra, let's see. I'm going to put it back in and we're going to see what comes out. But soulmates in the reverse. Make the effort. Let's see here. Libra singles. Playfulness and let go of control issues. I feel like there's a lot of, if you're meeting up with new people, there's a lot of mouthing that's happening. Like, it's like, well, my last experience was this, and this. And it's almost like you play, it's like cat and mouse, kind of. and the play has to be on your terms. And if you're making plans, you need to let the other person make plans. You can't dictate, because, you know, if you're dragging this person off, like, it can turn toxic, because, like, you want that person, that new person, to show the initiative that they're going to do for you too. So if you're planning and doing all these things, you're not giving them the space to introduce you to their world, or how they live, or what is interest of them. And then once you're in this situation, give me 1 second, me and my fat fingers, okay, never mind, that, you know, say you both continue on in this, one day they're going to resent you for not being able to live in what makes them feel good, or what they're, you know, I'm terrible at delivering messages today, what it is that makes them them, right? Like, maybe they like to play bocce. I have no idea. That's random. And you're always dragging them off to a hockey game. The one thing they enjoyed was playing bocce. And when do they have time to do that if they're always at a hockey game with you? So it's like, there's got to be that give and take, right? Like, I think you get my drift. You've got to find a balance in that. And so don't dictate where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, or on what terms. And when I say, you know, the mouthing thing, it's like talking about how it's almost like you're coming off with like a chip on your shoulder, sitting at the table going, well, this is what I experienced, and if you're this, it's almost like you're giving them a checklist. If you've done this, and this, then guess what? This just won't work. You sound just mean. Just mean. It's like you're instead of just letting it organically flow, you're saying, this is what I demand. Let that person be who they are. Accept them for who they are. Separation, you're comparing them to the past. It's like you know nothing about them and you're comparing them to the past. You can't. I mean, you can, but how is that going to serve you? You're putting a wall up before there's a chance to even get to know somebody being in that space. So it's like, you know, let down the guards a little bit. All right, card for those that are coupled up. Codependency. Oh my God, if I see this card one more, that and the Three of Swords has been the theme today. Like, I was like, oh, let's do love messages. That'll be so nice. Horseshit. Like, this is craziness. All right. Couples. What are you obsessing over? Libra, it's like you go from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds, from one thing to the next. Let's play, let's have fun, let's enjoy each other's company. Oh, and then by the way, let me tell you what my ex did to me that one time. Stop talking about your ex. Stop talking about the things that didn't work. Stop talking about the shitty parts of life. Release your ex is behind there. Past life relationship. Like, couple things. Couples or not, it doesn't matter. What you're focused on is something from the past. Whether it's been this lifetime or another lifetime, you are ruminating on a wound that is going to affect everything you ever do unless you straighten your ass up. Okay? Spirit's saying trauma bonding too. No! If you're going to dinner with somebody and you're giving them the checklist of how they cannot be, all right, and then they come in with their checklist because now that, you know, maybe they're wounded too, and they've got a checklist, and you're like, I'm so glad we agree on this. Like, you have to have a list. That is trauma bonding. If you are bonding over your pain, what are you starting that relationship off in? Pain. You're reliving this shit. You're calling this back in. You're going to repeat something. You become codependent via that means. You know, whatever it is. Whatever this thing is, this cactus that's in the middle of this is like eating away at any genuine real connection. I don't care if you've been with this person 12 years, 40 years, maybe you both had shitty mothers. I don't know. But that was the thing that you bonded over. So now you just spend your dinners at you. Well, my mother called today. Guess what she had to say? And then, oh, mine did too. Guess what? And then you spend your whole dinner gossiping and talking about this negative experience. Play. Just release and play. Experience life. Enjoy life with your person. Or by yourself, right? Play. All right. Singles. Let's see. What is this separation? Three of Wands in the Tower. It's like you're lighting a match to everything before. Again, it's like you're not letting moss, grass, whatever grow under your feet. You're Aries, Scorpio. I almost said Taurus. Libra, I see all the time with you, Taurus. You could be dealing with that sign. Or have dealt with that sign. Or those signs. This separation, that Three of Wands sideways, is distance. It's like you go back to something, you pull away. You go back to it, you pull away. And again, if you're sitting at dinner, you're like in the moment from time to time, but then you go back and you relive the pain and the hell and the wounds, that wounded warrior, and the Five of Pentacles, of how you got left out in the cold, how they played you like a fiddle. So what if they did? You know, is it nice? No. Is it a comfortable experience? Hell no. But you can't keep everybody on eggshells because of that experience. Can't do it. Right now, you're walking on eggshells and you don't even realize it. So, gosh, I wish these readings were better. But I will say this is to bring light to your path, and to make you, not say make you, but help you understand what the holdups are. So there you go. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, let's clarify for singles. Three of Wands. Four of Cups. Not seeing the new opportunities that lay in, well, in this case behind her, but they're there, right? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. One more card, please, Spirit. Yeah, you're looking back at all the disappointments, all the things that are empty, all of the things that aren't fulfilled. And then you're like, I don't have, it's, they disrupted my peace. They took my money. They broke me down. They did all of these things. And all I tried to do was give them a little bit of love. But here, by the way, even though I'm broken, here's my love. It's all pouring out. Not in a good way. It's like, it's almost like when you meet somebody new, you're emotionally dumping everything on that person. I hope that makes sense. Like, you could have left an area trying to, it's like, I'm going to tell you the same thing I just told Virgo. Time and distance. If I just leave this and tuck this away, if I'm not where I was, if I don't have the memories right in front of my face, then I don't have to deal with it. But then the first thing that comes out of your mouth is this dumping of all this shit. And it can be off-putting. It's like walking around with a chip on your shoulder. Okay? So just FYI, Libra, FYI. All right, for those of you in relationships, goodness. Libras in relationships for Valentine's Day, Spirit. What do they need to know? What is this codependency? King of Cups, Scorpio entered. I'm going to say this to you. You could be in a partnership. There you are, Libra. You could have been facing off with a Scorpio. We'll even throw Cancer and Pisces in there just for fun. You are letting a situation that is constantly pending in your life rule your world. You have never released the past. Some of you may even want to go in some way sometimes so far back to, like, you, it's like your pride would never let you go back to that person. But that's the one that you think about. Even if you hate their guts, that's the one you go back and think about. You could have a Taurus as it sits here. You've got a Queen and a King of Pentacles. Your focus is finances, money, resource. And again, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in this relationship that you're currently in. But I also feel like they feel like they're in competition with the past, because that's where your mind stays. Something here with that Justice card in Libra, that's you, needs to balance out. It has to. And it's like this Ten of Swords, the Chariot and the Ace of Wands sideways. You've not. Have you moved on? Yes. Have you actually internally moved on? No. And until you do, there is that Tower again. Until you do, you're building on falsified expectations. There's a battle here, Libra, within two people. And it's like, you may be fixated on one, you may be in partnership with the other, but at the end of the day, you're up here, and you're blowing things up and not in a good way. Oh my God. Spirit said the wheels of the wagon will always fall off. I'm really surprised the learning and forgiveness card did not come out. Truly. I don't even know what to say to you guys. Oh my goodness. This is not the round of readings. No wonder they got split off where they did, because this just took a turn. Nine of Pentacles. You could see this person from before. I hate bringing up the past person. But if that's where your energy is, that's where it is. Seeing them becoming abundant, and it's like you hate that for them. Like, there's a lot of anger. There's a hell of a lot of anger here attached to this. Knight of Cups. You feel like they don't see you. And even your partner right now, maybe you feel like they don't see you. Or this person is trying to give to you and you're not seeing it. There you go, Eight of Cups. If there's like a trio, there's three dynamics to this, whether you're with someone else or whatever, I don't know what you're doing. Everybody needs to go their separate way. That's the only way for a fresh start. And I'm going to say this, Libra, not all of you are going to resonate with this reading. I know that. So the ones of you that are in these situations, nothing is going to change until everything falls apart. It can't. All right. Advice for Libra, please, Spirit. Poker face, taking a chance, risk and options, not showing your hand in gambling. Yeah. Well, when you jump into something, you tend to do that. Key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along. But yeah, I mean, if you're with someone right now, or you're trying to get into something with someone, you are stringing that person along. I hope that's making sense. Spirit is saying too, you're more than anything, you're stringing yourself along, thinking that everything is going to be fine in the long run. You guys are going to go through these towers. We know this. The butterfly. Once you see this, you get to evolve and grow. You get to change. And look what's on the bottom. Healing the heart, camera. There's that past. You could be blaming this person. You know, maybe they did do something shitty. I won't say that they didn't, right? I'm not gonna give them that much credit either. Crosswatcher, sorry. It takes two people. Plain and simple. It always takes two. And, you know, maybe you've remarried or whatever, but you're still carrying the bitterness of a situation with you. You could be in a new partnership and still be carrying the bitterness of the past with you. But you need to let it go if you're going to truly move on in life and be happy. Okay? Oh, good Lord, Libra. I'm leaving that there. This is taking way too long. All right, Scorpio, 35, 38. Scorps. Scorpio. Let's see. What is happening in love for the Scorpio collective here? Spirit singles, please, first, and then we'll get the couples. All right, Scorpio. I hope your reading goes better than Libras and Virgos. Holy crap. Because that was too much for me. Scorpio singles. Let's go. Playfulness and new love. Oh, God, please. Yes, a reprieve here. A new partner has stirred your romantic feelings and playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Scorpio, yay. There could be somebody, definitely, singles, that has caught your attention, caught your eye. I feel like you got a little spring to your step, I'm not going to lie. Energy, definitely feels lighter. I kind of see you kind of like roaming, kind of experiencing, enjoying things, getting out there. I feel like you're cautious. I will say that. I feel like there's a lot of caution to the energy that you carry because it's like you're trying to investigate. Scorpios, though, you could... Here's a really interesting thing about this reconciliation card to me. First off, healing family issues. I get this as two sides, Scorpio. You could have somebody from the past or somebody you're currently kind of dealing with, like on again, off again. This is a past life connection. This new person is a past life connection. Both of these situations, unrequited, this is teaching you to love again. And I think I said something like that in one of the weeklies, if I remember right, that this may not be your end-all be-all, but it's like an experiment. And it is safe for you to love, unrequited love, and healing family issues. It's kind of like as you're going through this healing process, Scorpio, you're finding people on a vibrational level that are dealing with the same things. And Spirit is saying too, they could be a couple steps behind you as well yet. But it's meant to create healing for you. It's like you've had enough, knockdowns by Tyson that it's like Spirit is trying to give you grace. It's like good karma coming in and going, we see what you've been through. We see what you've gone through. We're going to give you something a little more subtle because you're paying attention now. Okay, so I hope that's making sense for you. All right, for those who are in partnership, Scorpio. You deserve love. Are we recognizing our value and our worth, Scorpio? Oh, God, and here comes the codependencies. Pay attention to the red flags engagement. Can we get one sign without the damn codependency card? I swear to goodness, Scorps. New love, true love, engagement, pay attention to the red flags, codependency. Do not. I feel like some of you have just been married for a few months or have been in a partnership for a few months. Scorpio, when you love hard. You give it all you got. And you miss and skip the red flags because you want to see the best in people. If you are in a partnership currently, make sure your focus is not strictly on that person and showing them that they deserve love. Make sure you're getting love back. Okay, because it's forgiving and learning. And I feel like if you're in a long-term partnership, this is something you could be working on, right? This awareness, whether you're partnered up or not, is coming in. And it's like, I feel like you're dealing with a rush of emotions right now that is changing your focus in your partnerships. Maybe you were worried about the tangible things for a while and getting stability or something like that. But now it's like you have these emotions rushing in, and it's like you're starting to see more clearly about these codependent situations that you've been in for some time. And then that pay attention to the red flags too. Again, don't love so hard that you miss certain things. And for some of you, you may be starting to recognize, like, even in your partnerships now, how did I miss these things? How did I miss the signs that this would turn into this one day? So, and I feel like even if you're in partnership, you're starting to nurture yourself despite your partner. You're starting to give to you despite your partner. It's the ahas, the oh shits. How did I miss this? Because now I see that I'm worth more than what I'm getting. Okay? All right, back to singles here. Queen of Swords. Scorpio showing up as the Queen of Swords. Who would have thought? That's a thing, right? Seven of Cups. Little bit of confusion, and I think you may be dealing with some... There's the Tower. Oh my gosh. Tower comes out for you too. A little bit of confusion surrounding the old partnership versus the new person coming in. Dare I move on to greener grass? You know, the Queen of Swords, she's not confused. She's very determined, very decisive, very aware. But you're going into the Seven of Cups, and it's like, what do I want, right? And you could have a lot of options, right? This new love, there could be a lot of options that surround you, and that could be the thing here that makes you kind of want to take a step back and go, which one is the best one for me? What option is the best option for me? And needing to make a decision. I'm going to say this though, Scorpio, pay attention to the communication that comes in, because I think the way they communicate with you, or even the way you're communicating with them, the body language of somebody is going to be indicative about their controlling tendencies, or even your own controlling tendencies. Someone here can be very masculine and be very loving. You could be dealing with an Aries as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm seeing that Queen of Swords, Scorpio, is you. And you know, you could have those placements in your chart, and there's snow falling again. Oh my God. You may be getting a lot of attention too right now, and that can cause some confusion, because it's like, well, does that snake bite? You know, that kind of thing. Make sure you're trusting your intuition. But that's what I was saying. I got lost when I seen the snowflakes. You sat in a place of not really knowing if you could trust your intuition for a while on situations. You're slowly making an exit from something, Scorpio, whatever this is. If this is a partnership or a situationship or whatever ships we've got going on these days, I do feel like you were in a space of protection mode, and it's like, you know, I said in your reading, you went silent, that High Priestess, she's quiet, right? Quietly making an exit from a particular situation. King of Cups, Three of Wands. Your new choices could be on the distant horizon. Your new choices are something that you're exploring your options on as well, and you're trying to decide what direction it is that you want to go after a prolonged period of time. Scorpio, King and Queen of Swords. I would say the communicate. You know, I think it's a little funny here. The truth to the matter is, lots of sevens, by the way. They are divine counterparts, but there could be, like, the communication. Ten of Cups. I feel like whoever this new person is, the communication, pardon me, I need to stretch. The communication you have brings you emotional fulfillment. That's the interesting thing. I feel like you two are able to communicate very clearly to each other. Like, you understand what the other one, you know, you could fumble over words like I tend to do in these readings sometimes, but that person understands the why. That person gets what you think a lot alike. You address things a lot alike. That in itself seems to be a nice pillar of potential, because you're like, I don't know that I've ever communicated so clearly with somebody in my entire life. Like, I'm in my truth, and this is what I know that I want my happiness to be. I feel like this person, same kind of vibes. Seven of Pentacles, you're planting your seeds for the future. So I do feel like there is a connection that's coming in. The timing could be it's funny because it's like you may have I'm going to say it like this. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, right? But then 2 back, because I go about 5 back. There, you see this Temperance is slow, it's patient, it's calm, it's relaxed. Then you've got this Knight of Wands who comes ushering in. I feel like when you're together, like there may be a timing thing with you guys of when you get together with this person, when you're not with this person, that kind of thing. And when you're in the moment, there's this rush of energy, and it's almost like you feel safe in this space. You feel like you're healing in this space. It feels good, but it's like you can't wait to get into that moment. I hope that's making sense. Okay, I hope that's making sense for you guys. So it's whatever this is, Scorpio, I think is pretty neat. I would just be careful with that codependency and red flags card sitting there, though, as to what this person brings to the table. Like, yes, maybe you can have good, clear communication, but are they depending on you for something? Is this a codependent? So pay attention, though, even though, again, it may not be end-all, be-all, but it's like, it does bring you something positive. This experience is something positive for you, but I also feel like you're clear. You get clear about why they're coming in or what their motives or intentions are. You're going to know pretty quickly if they've done any healing work or not, or if they're looking for someone to do that healing work for them. Okay. I go to clarify this. You got the Queen of Swords twice. Scorpio, you see right through anything and everything. You're the Empress here. You're healing your own wounds. You're letting go of the past. And there's that Devil. This could be a little bit of a lusty connection. It's almost like the words turn you on. Like there's something very, very heavy about the communication. There's a lot of swords. A lot of sword energy that comes with this. But there's that codependency. If whatever this codependency can be addressed and the appropriate boundaries are put in place, what's the long-term outcome here? There's a lot of passion, and I don't feel like anybody's too bashful to say so. King of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I will also say, flip to that, this King of Wands could be another character you're dealing with. Person that you've dealt with on and off. They could have some stiff competition. Ha ha ha, pun intended. I'm going to be funny. Okay, so yeah, Scorpios, you're going to have some choices to make. Be mindful. Okay, Scorpio and couples. Let's see. Scorpio couples. Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing you got to give me more, and that you deserve love. Wheel of Fortune. Scorpio, if you're in a partnership, your perspective is shifting to letting go of burdens, laying down those burdens, and starting a brand new start. Like it's a brand new start for yourself. Yippee! Okay, so you got the Four of Cups. Someone else around you may not see or may not want to see this transition that you're making. Ten of Pentacles, though. You're working on your finances and securing yourself, even in partnership. I think I said, it could feel like somebody's a few steps behind you. You're the Ten of Pentacles or the Seven of Pentacles. They may just feel like they can't quite catch up. Or maybe this is you, but I don't think it's you. I think it's them. Page of Swords, communicating. And they may be communicating the same with you. It's like you're both coming, Knight and Page here. You're both coming in with this energy of like, your partner could be a little snarky in their wordage. So could you. You're just blunt and to the point. But I feel like your ability to love and give compassion diffuses this. So when they feel like they're less than, you're teaching them how to do love. it's a very you're teaching them how to love. You're teaching them how to be kinder and more compassionate and be a little softer with themselves. They're very much focused on maybe something that they have lacked, and like you're stepping into, maybe you were there, you were definitely there at some point. You're feeling better about what you're gaining in life, and I feel like you're going to help to move this person along. I'm going to tell you, like I tell everybody, don't do the healing work for them though, okay? They've got to put in the work themselves, but I do think the potential is there because they're coming in willing to learn. They're willing to learn with you and grow with you. So just I think sometimes the words can get minced. Needing time, cycles take time to heal. Whatever you've got, single Scorpios, it's coming in quick. It's like, again, comes in fast, might be a pause for a reason. Spirit, pause for a cause, ha ha ha. But it's like it picks up and it comes back in. I do think that this person is not so much like well, you could be dealing with somebody that has an old school way of thinking as well. Some of them will catch up to the time, some of them will not. You, though, you're opening, you're evolving, you're growing, you're healing your inner child, you're releasing past situations that have caused you pain and heartbreak. And then what do we got here? Mask, hiding your true feelings, pretending in delusions, gaslighting, personifying, coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transitions, tragic endings. This is a rebirth. I can't help but say that this is a rebirth. And I'm going to say this person, like I said, watch for those codependencies. It's like they could just, it's going to take them a long time to get comfortable with you. Not because of anything you're doing, Scorpio. But I feel like you have just healed beyond where these people are that you're dealing with, these options. So they've got some catching up to do. Don't wait. Do not wait for anybody else, right? But do give them grace. But you're going to know if it's right for you or not because you're going to pay attention this time around, okay? So we're going to leave that there. That was a long one. Saggy. 5207. All right, Sagittarius. What do y'all got going on in love? Happy Valentine's Day, Sag. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. I'm going to do singles and then couples, and we'll go from there. All right, Sag. Single Sagittariuses. What do they got going on? Spirit is saying there should be a hybrid mix of Sages. And I think this is where that divine feminine and divine masculine energy is kind of splitting the difference, where the masculines who are in that old school way of thinking, there is the old school traditional relationships. And I think that for those of you who are, you would typically play by those rules, there's your side to it. And then there's this new way of being that says this is a hybrid relationship. Like, we ain't labeling this. We're not living together. We just do things on different terms. And some of you are comfortable with that, and some of you are like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here and what you would even call this. So it's like if somebody asks you, are you in a relationship? You're like, I don't know. And they just, what do you mean you don't know? I don't know. That person's just there. Like, you don't know what to say. So it's kind of funny. It's like Spirit's like, you're getting your feet wet, getting to know each other and flirt. I do think that I feel like you're trying to get to know this new way of whatever these relationships are for you. All right, single Scorpio. Oh my God, single Sag. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. You deserve love and retreat. Saggy, I think you're taking a time out. I think all of a sudden there is an examination through the seasons. Spirit is saying through the seasons of your season is changing, Sag. You could be focused on your finances and career. You could be needing to let go of an old way of thinking. There could be children affecting the relationships that you have had or will have or are in. some of you may want to go away with somebody as well. But I think right now, Sag, the retreat needs to be for you. I do think that some of you are realizing, or had it, I'm going to say, because Spirit just said, some of you thought like love was a dish best served cold. And I think that comes to the emotions. The emotions were cold. It's like you need to go out and visit the sunlight and see what it feels like to be warm again. So you could have had a cold shoulder to people in relationships and not realizing how cold you were coming across. Couples, soulmate energies. Yes, this is your soulmate. I'm going to say Saggies in these hybrid relationships that comes up. Flirt. This was a soulmate. This is a soulmate. Flirt. Express your love. Free yourself. I said you need to start to feel love again. Free yourself from the burdens and the restrictions. Express your love. You've got to open up. You've got to feel healthy, Spirit is saying. And then this flirt is like, just, it doesn't have to be so serious. It does not have to be so serious. So, you know, enjoy it. Have fun. Be cute. Be fun. Hold hands. Love up on each other. Whatever this is. All right. Single Sages. What's up? Half the deck comes flying out. 8 of Pentacles. All right. Single Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Justice, Libra. You could be dealing with the Libra 2 of Swords. Spirit is saying a do-over. I think what's drawing my attention in here is you've got the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. The 2 of Swords point here is they're crossed, right? Like she's indecision, needs to make a decision, needs to get off her ass. The Justice card, these lines are straight. They don't cross over. Sag, I feel like you're on your own path right now. Even I do feel like, oh, there's the Lovers, the 2 of Cups and the Sun, and the 8 of Swords sticking its head out. There's a reality of hold on a sec, Spirit. So Spirit's showing me like these 2 pillars, okay? And it's almost like stalemate kind of energy with that 2 of Swords too. Is like, this is where they are, this is where you are. Or this is, it's like you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. So singles, it's like you're not letting yourself get involved. Like you're not letting things cross the line. It's like, you know, walking, the way I'm seeing it is like if you're walking on a track, and there's the lines for the lanes, right? It's like you're in your lane, they're in their lane. They're going to walk beside you, but there's still that line in the middle that's dividing. Like you're not in the same space. That's how that feels to me. It's like someone, there comes that 2 of Swords I just shuffled. There it is again. Queen of Cups. Cancer or Pisces energy there for me as a reader. It's like you, Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles. There's too much thinking about this. It's Spirit's saying directional. Oh, Saggy, I don't know what to make of this. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on. It's making me feel dizzy. I'm not gonna feel. You've got the Wheel of Fortune there, the Page of Swords. Spirit just said honest communication, 6 of Pentacles. What is it that you both want? King of Swords, Queen of Swords. I've seen that for Scorpio. But that King is pretty far in the background. It's like you want to offer something to somebody, but someone else could be very much on their own, doing their own thing, going their own way. 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Those are seeds that are not coming to fruition, right? The Fool card. Sag, as much as this is for the singles, I'm just going to say, like, you could be putting feelers out there when it comes to starting something new and just kind of seeing where it takes you. But Spirit just keeps saying directional purpose. So if you feel like you're being moved and being sent off in a specific direction, Spirit is saying there is a purpose behind that. Like, you're being moved. I feel like the universe is moving you into something that's more in alignment with where you are and who you are. Oh God, the Tower again. And there's the full new Sag, you guys are just starting over. Like, it's a whole new do-over. Queen of Pentacles sitting there with the soulmate. This is someone somebody could be moonlighting for work. I don't know. Is that even a term we use anymore? I don't know. This is all about your finances. So you could be working. I don't really, even if you are in a partnership, I don't feel like you're making a lot of investment into the partnership itself as much as you are focused on your work. Focus on what the long-term future holds for you in regards to your finances, your career. Emperor, like, you're trying to boss up and take control of your life again. Like, I feel like you thought you were the Queen of Pentacles, and not that she's not lavish and freaking awesome, but you want to be the Emperor in this situation. And it's like, I don't know, you guys are just very much on your own, doing your own thing. And I think maybe the person that you're dealing with in partnership, there we go, you could be offering a little bit of love to them. Nothing super crazy, but there's hope. It's like you're trying to stay hopeful of the future. But you've got the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, and then you've got the Nine of Wands with this Queen of Pentacles. Like, her victories, hard fought, hard won, could feel like she's got to compete with everything, or is competing with maybe even you. It doesn't have to be a her, right? It doesn't matter. Gender is not specific here. They could be in a little bit of victim mentality, I think, with that Nine of Wands. Is like, they always feel like they got to put in the next fight. And I feel like you feel as if they run off into that next fight. Like, it's almost like a little bit of self-sabotage is what they do. But I think, like, the connection here is very real. It could be a runner-chaser dynamic. Poker face, taking a chance. There's the Fool. Risk options, not showing your hand, and gambling. And I do think that you think that this relationship is a gamble. It could go one of either ways, you know, one of two ways. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. Saggies, if you're doubting your relationship, know that love is coming. For those of you, gosh, some of you may not have your person here before long. And I mean that in the sense that you could be going your own ways. I don't feel like the passion that you once had for a situation is there. Happy Valentine's Day. Breakup. You're welcome. But it's like, there's an aha moment coming in here. There's this shock factor. I've seen it now twice. That I feel like somebody finally gives some honest and true communication about something. I don't think someone's expecting it, and such that someone might be you. But I also feel like as time passes by, someone here is losing the desire and the burn, the passion for this relationship. Now again, it's not going to be for all of you. So if you're dealing with this, it's for you. If it's not, don't force it to fit. But it is like, this person was meant to ignite an initial fire for you, and I think it has, or they've kind of seen you through to it while they were trying to unmask themselves. So I don't know, it's an interesting energy. All right, that round of readings was more than my poor heart could bear, not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna leave this one here. So this is part 2. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, separate video. I'm gonna get this uploading for you guys. I'm wishing you the very best. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, it is what it is. Retreat, finances, and career. I said it. There it is. All right, Sag. I hope you guys found this video to be helpful, sending you love, light. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.